The Montauk Boys, a collection of individuals who allege to have been abducted in the 1970s and 80s, taken into the bowels of Camp Hero's supposed tunnel system and undergone the unspeakable. One such boy is Stuart Swerdlow.
What would you say to the people who say, well, all these children were kidnapped and murdered and you were a part of it? What would you tell them? If they said, well, they're trying to say, well, you were part of this. You approved of this. What would you
I
tell them?
did approve of it. There was nothing I could do about it.
Everyone thinks Stranger Things is fictional. They're wrong. What? Preston Nichols exposed the true government experiments with psychic children. Time travel and the Montauk Experiment. His testimony will haunt you.
That over the 13 years of the project, there were as many as 300,000 that were used in the experimentation. Of that amount, I was told less than 1% survived, and of that less than 1%, very few were able to function in society.
How many do you think in that period of time, let's say between, 1971, roughly?
72,
72 to
maybe
83?
80.
So how many do you think, approximately?
Probably at Montauk itself, at least 10,000.
Between a minimum figure of 10,000 and a possible maximum figure of 100,000. Because Long Island was not the only point where they were brainwashing these kids and setting up the Montauk Boys programs. Eventually, they wound up in every major city in the U.S.
That's actually a small number. You know that in this day and age, that there are over 5 million people a year that vanish off the face of the earth without a trace. So 300,000 over the course of 13 years is quite insignificant.
Put it this way. If you're sitting there with 20 guns pointed at you, what are you going to do? Whatever the hell they want! First of all, I have the self-preservation instinct, like every one of us has.
I see.
And getting shot hurts. I can tell you that from personal experience. And I don't want to be hurt. If you're going to kill me, okay, kill me, you son of a bitch. I bore fear being hurt and laying in a hospital for years in pain.
So, in other words, you were forced to do this. This was against your will.
Initially, it wasn't. But I really had no way out of it.
Preston Nichols and Al Bielek have passed away.
The Montauk Experiment coming soon.